Hey now, Santhony again with a lawn care video. As you can see here, I got a bed full of pine straw and I'm about to lay it down. This is not a how-to video, but it's just a little video of me laying down some straw, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys about things that's been bothering me. But first, let me start off by telling you a little bit about this yard here. This neighborhood, I have about 2 yards in this neighborhood that I do. I was a few houses down, maintenance in a yard that I routinely do. And this lady that lives here must have wrote my information down off the decals on my truck, and she gave me a call. She wanted an estimate. I came out and gave her an estimate, and she was cool with everything, and so here I am. Those decals on my truck has gotten me a lot of business. They really work. I mean, they're big, and they attract attention. So I mean, I at least get one person a month, at least a month, sometimes more, but at least 1 to 2 times a month I get people call me, and they be like, "Oh, I'm behind you right now." I get that about twice a month, and I get people calling me all the time for my decals on my truck. But anyway, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about negative people and haters. And today I ran into a person today that just was very negative, and after they left me, I just felt negative. I mean, that negative energy was all over me. I started off in a good mood, and after that person left, I was in a bad mood, and I don't know why I was mad, but I was just upset. But throughout the day, I got better, and eventually forgot all about the negative person, and started back thinking positive, which like I always do. But negative people and haters, it just goes hand in hand. It just seems like they are purposely trying to discourage you and get you off your path, get you off your goals. And I've always been told that if you're not doing something right, you're not gonna have any haters. If you're doing something right, you're gonna have a whole lot of haters and a whole lot of negative people around, trying to discourage you and bring you down. Well, really, all a hater is a person that wants to do what you want to do. They actually admire you. They actually admire you, and they actually wish that they can do what you can do, but they can't. So what they do, so they can coexist with you, is critique you and criticize you and do things to bring you down, and always saying, "Oh, it would have been better if he would have did this," or "He can't do this or this." They always got something to say. And my problem is, with a negative person or a hater, why is it that you're the topic of discussion with them? That I never understood that, because me personally, I really don't, I'm not trying to be mean, and just, basically, I don't really care what another man is doing if it doesn't affect me. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I wish everybody the best. I want everybody to do well, because actually, if all of us is doing well and all of us is busy, then we wouldn't have time to hate on the other person, because we too busy doing what we're supposed to do. So I want everybody to make it and do well. But what I mean by I don't care what another man does, because it doesn't bother me. I used to I used to be out and had my push lawnmowers on the back of my truck and you know handheld blowers and just your cheapest stuff you can find to do the work to get the work done. And I'll come out there, been out there about 30-40 minutes, and some guy with two people, three-man crew jump out. One is on the blower, one is on the weed eater, the other was on the mower, and they just getting it. And I sit there and I look at them, and then they done already. I started way before they did. They already gone. They already cut, finished, and gone. I'm still there, and I'm just looking at them like, man. But that you can't help but see that, but you can't let that discourage you because that's him. That has nothing to do with you. Focus on your work and what you're doing. Focus on your job and your work and what you're doing. Make sure it's done right. And before you know it, you'll be making enough money. You'll have enough money. And then next thing you know, you'll have the nice truck, the nice trailer, the nice mowers and equipment and stuff like that. So like I said, I just don't understand how haters operate to where they are worried about what I'm doing. And I'm not their son, cousin, brother, not even related. And they worried about what I'm doing, to talk about what I'm doing. So I must be doing something right if you were worried about me. And I just can't see how another man is worried about another man that has nothing to do with them. That's just not how men are designed. I mean, men, we're here as providers. We're hunters. By nature, we're hunters. So we go out there, make the money, bring the money home. Just like, way back in the day, the man go out there, kill the food, bring it back for the wife to cook it up and so they can have something to eat. It's the same thing in modern times. We go out there, we break our backs, we hustle, we come back, we bring the money back home so everything, so we can live. So I don't have time to be worried about what this other man doing that has a whole nother family that he needs to be taking care of. Why is he worried about me? I just never understood that. But anyways, and I just decided today, I just said, all the people that I care for, all my friends that has supported me and give me words of encouragement, is always positive, I'm going to keep them around. And the ones that are negative and hating, I'm going to just cut them off. I'm going to go through my cell phone, delete all that mess, do some cleanup. Go on my Facebook page, delete all that mess. Because I don't need any negativity in this point in my life. I want all positive things around me. Everything that's negative, I want to get it out of my life because it's not gonna benefit me anyway. And the way I do it, if you're not here to support me and we can't support each other, then there's no need to be even hang around each other. There's no need. It's just a waste of time because me, I'm moving forward and I want to be great and I want to do great things and I want to keep growing. If it's lawn care, whatever it is, I want to keep growing and getting better and better. So that's just how I feel about haters. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna drop the F-bomb on YouTube, but at the end of the day, man, F them. That's just how I feel, because they don't mean me no good, so F them. And that's just how I feel. I can care less about it, and because they don't mean me no good, so why should I be worried about a hater? But I know I'm gonna have haters, because because I'm doing something right. So that's just a way for you guys to look at it. If y'all got some haters out there, it's because you're doing something right. If you got somebody that just always got something negative to say about you, always try to discourage you and say things, and sometimes they try to mask it. They try to mask it as if they're your friends, and they try to mask it as they trying to give you some advice, and most of the time they giving you advice that you didn't even ask for. And the funny thing about it is, if you ask them for some advice or something that will really help you, they won't tell you, or they couldn't even tell you. They wouldn't even know what to say. But they always can give you advice on things that you really don't need the advice on. So, screw them, And that's just how I feel, man. I know I'm just venting. I'm just venting. I'm all over the place. But that's just what I felt like talking about. I didn't feel like talking about yards and lawn care and stuff like that. But I just wanted to vent to you guys. And I'm glad I got a YouTube channel where I can do this, and a community on here that understands, because I know you guys go through the same thing. People telling you that what you do, they kind of put you down. You go to a person's house and you give them an estimate, and then they tell you what they're gonna give you. And I know we're not walking around with 3-piece suits, but I'm watching a lot of you guys on here, and a lot of you guys have a white collar approach to a blue collar industry. A lot of you guys had it, because I'm watching you guys, and the stuff that you're doing, it's stuff that I never thought about. It's inspired me to try to be more creative myself. But they look down on us because we're dirty and we out here sweating and everything. Because I've actually had people tell me what they're gonna give me, and I'm like, look, you don't give me nothing. You pay me what I earned. And if you don't like the price, because if you don't like the price, then oh sir, that's too much for me, and you go find you somebody else. But you ain't got to be rude about it, because when you go into Best Buy, them big old 70-inch screen TVs you paying $2 and $3 grand for, you're not telling them that's too high, and you buying that, and you buy that this year, next year they knocked it down to $500. I mean, they knock it down $500 cheaper, and you don't even complain. So some of them look at us as if we just beneath them because we do manual labor and we out here sweating. And people are making a lot of money off lawn care and mobile detailing. So hey, but you guys, y'all keep your head up, and like I said, I was just on here ranting and raving. Didn't mean to get too long-winded. But I'm about to get out of here, guys. I'll see y'all next time. And I'm out.